Hi Taurus, how are you? Welcome to your October 2020 reading, and welcome to Libra season. The sun moves here in a couple days into Libra, and we get this wave of Venusian energy, which, even though it's a different side of Venus than you, it still is Venus, and therefore it is beautiful. And you're definitely feeling really good. You're starting to feel this accruing of emotional fulfillment. You're starting to feel really good, and the amount of experiences that you're having in which you feel really good are starting to add up. And that's something that I think you haven't experienced in a little while, even if your external situations have been really good on an internal level. Maybe you haven't been feeling as great, but now you're starting to feel this, this building up of something, which you love being able to, build something up, right? To store. Knight of Swords. You're feeling, along with the emotional fulfillment, you're also getting more confident, and you're feeling it's getting easier and easier for you to communicate your needs without hesitating. There's not a lot of downtime or lag time in between you either identifying a need or needing to communicate a want and you being able to express that. The Lovers, the Tower, and then the Moon. Okay. So, with the Lovers, like I was saying, with the communication kind of starting to amp up or becoming more like you're wanting to communicate more, you're starting to, sorry about that. What I was saying is you're starting to notice that situations around you are starting to bring forward situations in which you have to make decisions. It could be romantic. It could be like choosing a partner or having to make the decision on whether you want to kind of take somebody up on an opportunity to like see where something goes, if that makes sense. You're being faced with a lot of decisions. The Tower card, along with entering in new spaces, right, comes leaving behind old things. And so while it's all really good that this new stuff is coming in, that means that stuff is obviously purging from your life as well, which is really good. And I think you're okay with this. Like going back to the Nine of Cups, what I do think, however, is, for us fixed signs, it sometimes can be difficult. I don't want to say difficult. Sometimes when we're amidst change and we can be very enthusiastic for certain periods of time, we sometimes will vacillate. And so you may find that at certain points through the month, you slip out of that super enthusiastic space and you kind of get a, like, when you're on a roller coaster and you kind of have this oh shit moment, like when you're at the peak or at the very top and you're like, okay, I'm on it and I know that I'm experiencing it either way, and like it's been fun at some points, but this moment is really scary. You're kind of having one of those moments where you like kind of get sight of how high up you are, and that's okay. Just ground yourself and remember that you are in this very supported space right now. With the Moon card, We do have a, let's see, I have little notes with the transits. That way I could be very accurate for you. There's a full moon in Aries on October 1st. Okay, so that's coming up here pretty soon by the time I publish this video. But also we have the new moon in Libra on October 16th. The period between the full moon and the new moon, I think, is going to be mostly where you're experiencing this like roller coaster ride type energy of you feeling out all of the different areas of your growth. If you watched the Scorpio video last month, I kind of talk a little bit about it. It feels like a very similar energy and concept, but you're being brought to all the different corners of this expansion that you've been creating for yourself, and that's been happening in your life, whether you kind of are consciously aware of it or not, right? And so I think that the period between the full moon and the new moon is going to show you. It's going to take you on a bit of a tour around this new area that you've stepped into. And it's going to reveal a lot to you. I think the full moon is such a time of being open in my mind. In my mind, when the moon is full, when you've cleared out all of this energy just naturally because of the phase that it's in, you automatically are left so empty to where you are just automatically receiving. Like, I always feel so light around the full moon every month. Just throwing that out there. You may or may not relate, but the periods between the full moon and the new moon are going to be very freeing and healing for you, and I think you're going to learn a lot more about kind of what's going on inside of these cups too. And I think it's also going to shed some light on some of the decisions that you have to make. I don't think you're confused at all. I don't think that you are in any way needing any clarity, but just with the nature of the Tower card right now too, I think that you guys are the Empress, and so whatever comes to you is exactly what's meant for you. And so when certain answers show up that are kind of divinely given by the universe, it frees you up of having to even question in your own brain. You know what I mean? It's really nice. It frees you up to be able to make decisions, make other types of decisions in your life rather than having to vacillate in your mind. All right, sorry about that. Page of Wands, 5 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. So, come after the full moon on the 1st, I think you're going to be, like I said, in such a state of, the bottom of the deck is the Hangman. I think you're going to be in a state of getting so many downloads, right? And having such clarity on these things that you're working towards and what you are wanting to, what you're finding in those cups of the 9 of Cups, right? And so you may feel the urge to kind of express yourself on a more, I want to say, creative level, right? Because wand energy is all about like expression, right? It's communicative, but in a passionate way, in a different way from like the Knight of Swords energy, right? So I feel like you're wanting to communicate all these ideas that you're getting, and some of the people around you and your external are, because of this retrograde energy and like the spikiness around Mercury and Scorpio, it is when I say causing conflict, I don't want to imply that people are necessarily negatively talking about what it is that you are bringing up or what it is you're wanting to discuss. I am getting the feeling that when you go and try to like talk about these things, right, other people are so wrapped up in their own whatever is going on and whatever the retrograde is pulling out for them, uh, that they don't even have the mental capacity to be able to converse with you on that level. And so that in and of itself, I think is going to be kind of frustrating. The Seven of Pentacles. This is when I say a time of evaluation, the Seven of Pentacles is all about identifying out of your harvest what fruit is able to be harvested and what fruit has gone bad or whatever it is that you've grown, right? In more practical terms, day to day, right? This is certain ideas, manifestations, certain things that you have brought into your material reality that are in the form of, it doesn't have to be like objects, it could be connections, right? Which ones have sprouted in a healthy way and which ones are not going with you. Again, you're getting a lot of this, like tying back to the Nine of Cups, this almost you are, what's the word, evaluating. You're evaluating what's in these cups now that they're in your possession, and from a from the Empress space, from the space of being in your garden in Libra season, right, when Venus is at home and happy and you're getting all these other great benefits of Venus being happy, right? You are able to sift through things with a fine sieve, right? And the Seven of Pentacles is a really important area of your life to be evaluating right now, because it has to do with what is going to bear more fruit in the future, right? This could be like business opportunities, business ventures, switching like careers if you're thinking about getting a different job. Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands. Yeah, what you're evaluating and sieving through this month of October is extracting from what is being given to you, basically, right? Because I don't think the Nine of Cups isn't somebody who's getting up off his stool, right? So you are pretty chill this month. All of this stuff is kind of going on around you. And so all you need to do is allow what needs to be filter out. And so that way what you're left with is only the purest of the pure life energy that you need to build this life that it is that you want. Right? And then that's how the Ten of Cups can kind of come through. It's through this filtration process that you are able to fully channel that Ten of Cups energy within yourself. Because I think what is going to kind of be revealed to you throughout this process is that on multiple levels, right? No matter what crazy turns your path takes, this month is echoing back to you that you are supported and led and guided on a divine level, even when you're not consciously aware of it. And that no matter what obstacles or whatever little bumps kind of come in the road, in the form of like those tower moments, in the form of this communication wanting to kind of get a little hazy, and between you kind of having to be really honest with yourself about what's practically working in your life and what isn't, what you're going to notice and find at the end of October is that either way, all that those different corners led you to is exactly what it is that you were already working towards, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, it's just another affirmation that you are on your path, and that there are no wrong turns at all. You know what I mean? Ace of Wands. At the end of the month, the clarity that you have, along with the, I want to say this like rebirth type energy. We're about to go like towards the end of the month when we move into Scorpio season, and the sun is going to be across from you, right? You are going to be in such a place of like, almost like the slate was wiped clean. Like, you've gotten rid of any dead weight, any unnecessary baggage, any fruit that is diseased and that has not fully that has not grown to its full potential, that you've gotten rid of that, you know. And that Scorpio season is actually one that allows you to really channel that scorpionic energy in a way that I don't think other people are, like other signs, are going to get as much of a experience, right? Because Scorpio season is normally all about what you're kind of experiencing this month, this filtration process, and cutting out what needs to be cut out, and keeping what needs to be kept, right? You're kind of doing all that dirty work while the sun is still in Libra and you're feeling good. And that way you're not going to be rolled under, you know, the potential wave that Scorpio season tends to have. You're able to kind of be in a space of able to go with the flow wherever it wants to take you, because you've done the work already. So really good stuff, Taurus. You are setting yourself up to have a really great fall time, because if you can get over this transitional period, it just sets you up for the next couple of months leading you into the end of the year to be in this really great prepared space. And again, the Tower card, you will have moments of maybe not feeling so great, and that's okay, because the Tower is it isn't all sunshine and roses, like we know this, right? But you can do some damage control. You have the ability to, because you have within you this stored up security, emotional security within yourself, which nobody can take away from you. Okay? I love you. I will see you in November. Bye.